Hey guys, why don't we talk about response selection? It's important. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about actually. Now I think a good way to begin would be to talk about the complexity. Now the Hick-Hyman law says that as decisions increase, the number of decisions, so does reaction time, which means slower. So it's better to actually do a few complex decisions than many simple decisions. For example, I can transmit more information on a keyboard than someone can do on Morse code, even though it's a simpler decision. Okay, decision complexity. More complex, slower response time. There exists a speed-accuracy trade-off between decisions, which probably makes sense, right? One part of that reaction time is response expectancy. I guess if you know what's going to occur, you'll respond faster. Or compatibility of response, the location, the movement. I'll have to look into that again. Compatibility of response. Oh, I guess it's where you're supposed to respond and how you find out. Okay. What also helps respond is feedback. Feedback should be immediate. Okay. For example, a mouse, it should not lag. And that really has to do with controls. For controls and response selection, controls should consider the size of the workspace. If you have a small, cramped workspace, maybe you want to do a joystick instead of a mouse. And you want to make keys large. Good labels. And yeah. There's different kinds of controls. You might have a direct position control with your finger or a pen, indirect position with a mouse and trackpad, indirect velocity with joystick. Okay? And with the controls, what you have is a cursor that moves the target. Fitts law. There's this principle called gain, which is basically sensitivity. And Fitts law says that 1 to 3 gain is probably ideal. For indirect velocity controls, you have isotonic, which move freely, isometric, which are rigid but you feel your pressure, and spring-loaded, like a joystick, which is best. Okay. There might be times where you have to put in symbolic, numerical, or verbal information. And for these, the best controls are keyboard or voice control. Keyboard specializes in linguistic data entry, and it might be a QWERTY keyboard or accordion keyboard, which most people don't know about. Voice control is more efficient because one word can mean many things, and you can also divide your resources better because you can multitask as you're talking. But a cost of voice control is computer confusion. The computer might have to ask you, with feedback, is this what you mean? And that might slow down your flow. Or the acoustic quality might not be ideal. And it's not best to do motion control with voice because you can't say a little more left, a little more left. You might as well just move it, right?